Welcome to Raise the Standard, a podcast about leadership, systems, and why excellence is never accidental. When something goes wrong in an organization, the first instinct is often to blame people. Someone didn't follow instructions. Someone made a mistake. Someone failed. But what if the real failure happened much earlier? In this episode, we explore a difficult but important idea: that most failures are not people problems, they are system problems. Why do systems fail before people do?
When something goes wrong in an organization, the first reaction is usually to look for a person to blame. Someone didn't follow instructions. Someone missed a step. Someone failed to perform. This response feels natural. It feels decisive. It feels like leadership. But people do not operate in isolation. They operate inside systems. And systems shape behavior long before results appear. Systems determine what information is available. They determine what gets approved and what gets delayed. They determine what is rewarded, what is tolerated, and what is quietly ignored. When a system is unclear, people guess. When a system is inconsistent, people adapt. And when a system tolerates shortcuts, shortcuts become normal. This is why blaming individuals is so appealing. It avoids discomfort. It avoids introspection. It avoids asking harder questions about design. Most organizations believe they have systems because they have policies. But written policies are not systems. Daily behavior is. If approvals are rushed, speed is being rewarded. If mistakes are quietly corrected without consequence, accountability is optional. If poor outcomes are tolerated, as long as targets are met, standards are negotiable. Over time, people learn the real rules, not the official ones, the practical ones. They learn what actually matters. They learn what gets attention. They learn how far they can go before anyone intervenes. This is how systems teach behavior without saying a word. That is why training alone rarely fixes performance. You can train people endlessly. You can run workshops. You can issue reminders. But if the system rewards the wrong behavior, the system always wins. A weak system depends on exceptional people. It depends on individuals remembering to do the right thing under pressure. It depends on heroics. Heroics feel impressive. But heroics are fragile. They cannot be sustained, and they cannot be scaled. Strong systems do the opposite. They make the right behavior easy. They make the wrong behavior difficult. They remove the need for constant supervision. In a strong system, people do not need to be reminded to do the right thing. The system guides them. The process supports them. The outcome becomes predictable. When leaders ask, "Why did this person fail?" they are often asking the wrong question. The better question is, what did the system make likely? Because predictable systems produce predictable results. And inconsistent systems produce inconsistent outcomes, even when people are capable and well-intentioned. This is uncomfortable for leadership, because systems are not accidental. They are designed, approved, and tolerated by leaders. Every approval process, every reporting structure, every exception that is allowed, every shortcut that is ignored, all of these shape behavior. Fixing systems requires honesty. It requires leaders to examine what is routinely excused, what is repeatedly postponed, what is quietly accepted as just how things are. It also requires discipline, because systems do not improve through slogans. They improve through structure, through clarity, through consequences that are applied consistently. Many organizations confuse intention with design. They believe that because leaders want quality, quality will happen. But intention does not create outcomes. Design does. If expectations are unclear, people improvise. If feedback is delayed, mistakes repeat. If consequences are inconsistent, standards erode. Over time, organizations begin to normalize failure. Not dramatic failure, but small failures. Delays. Rework. Customer complaints that never quite escalate. This is how decline becomes invisible. Every organization is perfectly designed for the results it produces. If failures repeat, the design allows repetition. If quality varies, the system allows variation. If standards slip, something is being tolerated. Blaming individuals without fixing systems feels efficient. It creates the illusion of control, but it guarantees the same problems will return. Because new people enter the same system, and they learn the same behaviors, and they produce the same outcomes. Raising standards is not about demanding more effort. It is not about longer hours. It is not about pressure. It is about design. It is about making expectations explicit. It is about aligning processes with outcomes. It is about ensuring that doing the right thing is the default, not the exception. When systems are clear, average people perform well. When systems are weak, even strong people struggle. That is why systems fail before people do, and why fixing people without fixing systems never works.
These ideas are explored in more depth in the book Raise the Standard, because Good Enough Never Built Anything Great, available on Amazon. In the next episode, we'll explore the hidden cost of tolerating small mistakes. Until then, raise the standard.